What's up guys, welcome to the video. So last time we checked out the Kimura counter and defense by MMA Leech. I used my method to memorize everything I can from that tutorial, and I tried putting it on the mats. After I memorized it, I used it on my friend Sung and also his friend that was visiting from a different town, and the results were pretty good. Sung and his friend, they both tried to get me into that situation where they have my arm in the Kimura in half guard. And I was able to effectively try out that technique I just memorized from that tutorial. And yeah, once I did it, after just one time during the roll, Sung, he completely stopped using it. So I'm guessing he was pretty disappointed that he can't try the same trick on me again. And also his friend also tried it on me, and I did the same thing. And yeah, they both stopped. So it was pretty nice and relieving that I have some technique in my arsenal to deal with that kind of situation. But overall, that's what Jiu-Jitsu is all about. Just, you know, you throw a technique, I throw a technique to counter it, defend it. You throw a technique to counter and defend it, and we just keep going on forever. But overall guys, for this video series, I'll be showing you guys my method and how I take notes to memorize and decode as much information that I can extract from a video tutorial easily and efficiently without feeling, cognitively overloaded or stressed out. To me, memorizing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques is hard and complex, so I made it easier for myself because I believe the more knowledge I am able to memorize and retain effectively, the more efficient and enriching it becomes to build skill from that knowledge by using kinesthetic learning whenever I get the chance to train at my gym later on. Overall, to get the full detail on everything about my method, I have a 4-hour video explaining everything about it, my reasons for making it, how it works, and all about the methods that I use and combine together to create this one method to memorize Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques easier and convenient. So check it out. But overall, it's a method that I use to memorize Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques anywhere and anytime I want without needing to drill or show up to my gym. So basically, show me a technique and I'll show you guys how I memorize it. For this video, we'll be checking out Bernardo, Faria, BJJ Fanatics. Very interesting way to pass the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu half guard no gi by Paul. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But anyways, my reasons for picking this video is, you know, I want a little more like techniques to add into my half guard passing. Because, you know, I've been rolling with my friend Sung, and that's his thing. It's always like getting me into half guard and trying to play his game there. So if I can figure out ways to kind of like counter or defend or pass that more easier by adding more techniques to my arsenal to figure things out and play around with, I think my rolls will be more interesting. I can learn a lot more. But overall, I always get stuck in half guard in a lot of situations, and I'm trying to prove that more and more. Of course, I use my my gym's fundamentals and basics. That's always a must go to, but it's always fun to kind of experiment around by playing around with other techniques that I find pretty interesting. Anyways, here I have my Anki app ready to start my method. I got the front of the flashcard already filled out, and I'm ready to start the back of flashcards. So for this process, I am using two different types of learning methods called chunking and the pattern method, where first I break the large complex information that I am confronted with in this video right here into smaller simple pieces by using the chunking method. And then second, arrange those pieces into a different form where it becomes like a puzzle for my brain to naturally solve to figure out for the answer by using the pattern method. I find that doing these two different things of breaking the large complex information into more simple ideas and then turning those simple pieces into questions for my brain to figure out by putting all the pieces back together to get to the answer. I find this process of mine really helped me memorize Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques like crazy. All right, let's get started.
Guys, we're here today for Schreiner. Huge honor for me.
I'm gonna do situation 1 to get started with my method. All right, start.
Guys, Paul is one of the most technical instructors that I ever met in my life. When I was living in New York City from 2013 to 17, he was always the guy that we would always go to ask questions. And anytime we had a question about one position, he was always the guy that we would ask. And we just shot an entire instruction with him all about guard passing, no gi. Very, very focused on half guard, right over Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, all Paul's game is about passing the half guard. And today he's gonna show us here one of his favorite passings. He said that that's his favorite one. The one that when I'm on half guard, I try to get the underhook, and then you guys will see what he's gonna do. But he's gonna end up on the mount, and it's really, really cool. Very, very technical, and very excited.
Yep,
So
I'm
let's
excited.
Mr. Paul again.
All right. So, you know, so much of the pressure passing and half guard passing game is going to be about underhooks and overhooks and.
Okay, so I'm gonna start from here. I mean, using the context, my method's all about like, okay, where do we start and how does it end? So from the start, and especially from the title, giving it away from half guard. I know it's, you know, we're starting off from half guard, but I'm gonna mark the timestamp to 58. So 0058. Okay. 0058, step 1. Step 1, this opponent. This is my opponent here. Preferred position. Let's see. 2 equals. I mean, I already explained the half guard. Equals. There's always different ways that I always try to interpret the half guard using my code, so it's always changing. But as long as, you know, again, like I said earlier, like I said before, as long as the code makes sense to me, you know, yeah, I'm not trying to make this code really. It's like my code is more like free form, right? You throw whatever block that represents idea, movement, or anything that can help you put all the pieces together to form the whole picture. And you know, these are blocks, like I said before in my videos. So yeah, AO, PP2, these are blocks. And AO represents, okay, that's my opponent. I'm anticipating what my opponent's doing. And equals, PP2 is basically preferred position. So, you know, that's preferred position. So I'm thinking, all right, what's a preferred position? Equals SP is a safety position for them. So, and as long as I know the context from the title, especially from the title, half guard, I can look at this and link it as thinking, yes, that's preferred position, safety position.
And upper body control. So I'm going to imagine I've already beat the knee line, and when I went to make the underhook, my opponent made the underhook on me.
Okay. All right. Step 2. Okay, so hold on. I'm trying to think. Situation 1, step 1, anticipate zoning, preferred position 2, safety position. Okay. Let me see, what timestamp do I
Pressure
need?
passing and half guard passing game is going to be about underhooks and overhooks and upper body control. So I'm going to imagine I've already beat the knee line.
All right, 102 is my timestamp. Take away plus push away. We'll make that into one block right here. Those two together to make one block. Equals preferred position. Precision plus AO equals go under plus keep safe, and that's him. Equals make harder too, because he's making my life harder by, being me with the underhook right there. And yeah, that's where we'll continue on from.
And when I went to make the underhook, my opponent made the underhook on me. So
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get heavy on the elbow line. That's going to slow down what he can do with the underhook. So I'm just kind of going to start to crimp my body around the elbow line. But at the same time, I'm going to do like what's usually considered the wrong reaction at this point is I'm just going to pull away, because I want Bernardo to follow me and I want him to get on his elbow as a post, because I'm waiting for that. As he follows me up for his sweep, he's giving me space for the near side underhook.
Okay. All right. Let's
slow down what he can do with the underhook. So I'm just kind of going to start to crimp my body around the elbow line. But at the same time,
all right. So 116, right?
He can do with the underhook. So I'm just kind of going to start to crimp my body.
All right. I'm gonna say 115. Oh, yeah. Step 3 plus. Go over plus keep safe. Am I restraining him? Yeah, I am restraining them. Restrain equals prepare. All right.
Around the elbow line, but at the same time, I'm going to do like what's usually considered the wrong reaction at this point.
Okay, 121. So, excuse me. Step 4. Step 4. Move back plus pull towards, and is that bait? No, it's mostly equals. I'm using maybe psychology on him plus wait for opportunity equals follow opponent 2. Okay, follow opponent 2. There we go.
Is I'm just gonna pull away because I want.
And remember, guys, like I always say, this is my method is a form of note taking where it's all nonverbal, meaning you're trying to use as little words to none at all to convey an idea. And when you do that, your brain does a good job of trying to connect, what this is, into it does a good job in filling the gaps, essentially. And with this process, it helps the brain memorize things much easier and better. Instead of just giving the answer right away, being too descriptive with your notes, that's not gonna help the brain memorize it, because it doesn't give the brain a reason to think and make connections with the material when the answer is obviously already in your face. So why would the brain bother when it can just be like, well, why do I need to memorize what's in front of me when the notes or the paper that has the answer is already going to remember the material for me. So why I need to shove that material in my head?
Bernardo to follow me, and I want him to get on his elbow as a post, because I'm waiting for that. As he follows me up for his sweep, he's giving.
All right. 132. Step 5 plus anticipate opponent equals follow opponent 2 equals take opportunity equals transition plus go under equals go under plus keep safe. And I'm gonna say that's PRP.
Give me space for the near side underhook. Now I'm gonna return Bernardo to the mat.
138. I make distance 2 equal, make distance 2 equals, make distance 2, it's like, you know, whatever distance you're making. To me, I'm using it as either to interpret making space as well, because, you know, making distance, making space, it's kind of like all the same thing to me. That's how I interpret it.
I'm looking to get his.
Oh yeah, hold on. I need to fill that line of code right there for 138. Let's see, step 6 plus push away plus bring back equals bring back equals preferred position. That's all I can think of so far.
Far shoulder to the mat. Overhook this arm. Sometimes we can also post, but I'll get his far shoulder to the mat. Overhook this. Turn Bernardo to the mat. I'm looking to get his far shoulder to the mat. Overhook this arm. Sometimes we can also post, but I like to approach this like the underhook overhook pass that we do with Marcellus, but kind of backwards. So I'm gonna trap this arm and I'm gonna roll to my hip. My intent.
All right, 148. 148. Let's see, step, all right, I'm gonna link it just in case, because I feel like I might, if I don't link it with a certain line, I might get confused if I look at this code. So, when core keeps safe. So it started off with that arm. Situation 1, step 3, which right here, I remember that, yeah, I remember, him going over that arm in the beginning to restrain it in a way. That's how I interpret it. Section 1, because remember, this is section 1 of the step 3, and then it's every block. Every block's included in there. So equals. So yeah, add transition. Okay, I'm gonna take opportunity equals transition plus go over plus keep safe plus sweet spot. So this is how I interpret him transitioning that arm that he restrained on his armpit, and he's gonna let go and grab the back of the tricep right here from on Bernardo's, and just hold it, and that's gonna be the preparation equals prepare equals, it's still an idea of preparation right there.
Intention is to kill this far leg by pinning the outside of his knee to the mat by rolling my hip over. Okay? So
okay.
By rolling my.
So 203. Plus, all right. RO. Yeah, roll over. All right, I'm a roll over equals plus transition plus put weight equals preferred position.
My hip over. Okay, so we are vulnerable here unless we utilize.
All right, so he said something important right there. It's a vulnerable position, so you better act quick by doing something to negate that vulnerable position. So 208 is where he mentioned the vulnerable position. Oops. All right. Step 9. Step 9. Prefer plus vulnerable position is okay. Vulnerable position plus warning is less than it's less than act quick equals transitioning, because he transitioned his foot to hook this foot to prevent Bernardo from doing something to roll this guy over. I'm assuming that's how I kind of look at it, because when I look at this, it is a vulnerable position. Doesn't look like there's no post. There's no post to stop this way really or anything. It's just like, if I was Bernardo in the situation, I would just hip over and push this guys over, and there you go. I'm in a worse place. So go under plus keep safe equals take away equals take away. Yeah, okay. There you go. That should do it.
This hook to deny my opponent connection to the mat. Okay, so now I have this hook almost like a Turk in wrestling, and I'm
take away. I'm gonna do keep away too. Keep away plus take away. So yeah, denying his ability to connect this foot to the mat. So yeah, he was trying to roll him over, I'm assuming.
heavy on my hip, pinning this leg.
All right, so take away. Yeah, put weight equals, I'm gonna say restrain equals preferred position.
Opponent is left with the option to cover my foot to prevent the pass. So he might try to lock me down here. Left with the option to almost like a Turk in wrestling, and I'm heavy on my hip.
Okay, 218. So basically, essentially, just wait for your opponent to make a mistake or something. So hold position plus stay focused equal hold position takes backward equals weight opportunity.
Pinning this leg. My opponent is left with the option to cover my foot to
223. That's where, okay, so that's trigger. So that's where you want, when you feel like your opponent is hooking your leg. Weight opportunity plus bait. There you go. B for bait.
prevent the pass. So he might try to lock me down here.
All right, step 11 plus anticipate opponent equals go over plus keep safe, 2 equals take opportunity. Okay, take opportunity.
if I do, I just have to kind of break through this. Go ahead and go again, Bernardo, so you can stay tight. I'm gonna slide my leg against the mat to get past the toes.
2, 3, 4.
Once I get past the toes, hip stays heavy. I'm gonna back circle my leg, splitting his feet and putting my toes on the floor. Now his leg is trapped. So if he tries to extend his leg or something.
235. Yes, that's it. 235. Yeah. Overall, guys, the idea for this type of this memorization process is that the more I can get my brain to think and make connections with the complex grappling material, the more likely I am able to convince my brain to deem them valuable and have a higher chance for them to enter my long-term memory much faster and easier. So yeah, this is basically how I kind of break it down. It gets me thinking the whole process through.
He's stuck in there. And now I went.
So as I'm kind of thinking and making connections with everything, that's how I'm linking everything together as I'm reading down the line of this code. So I just want to clarify that.
Foot over foot. I'm going to push off my toes, open my knee wide.
Oh, wait, hold on. What was it doing? My brain just... Hold on. Okay, back to 32 there.
I'm going to slide my leg against the mat to get past the toes. Once I get past the toes, hip stays heavy. I'm going to back circle my leg.
Oh, okay. Step 12 plus take opportunity equals transition. All right, hold on. Transition plus go under plus sweet spot, then plus go over plus transition plus keep safe and secure, and basically SRST. There we go, restrained.
Bag, splitting his feet and putting my toes on the floor. Now his leg is trapped. So if he tries to extend his leg or something, he's stuck in there. And now I went foot over foot. I'm going to push off my toes, open my knee wide, knee over knee, and there's our mount.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I'm gonna definitely try that on the mats with my friend. You can just see the look at their faces. Anyways. Let's see. Okay. Restrain. And okay. Restrain. Goes hold position. Plus. Okay. Let go. I don't need parentheses. I don't need to combine them. Let go plus transition plus go around equals better position. And it's a power position too, because come on, it's a mount. Power position. There you go.
One more time, Cole.
Yeah, for sure. So basically, we're landing. He wins the underhook. We could have set that up. I'm going to push away, shifting back to win the near side underhook. I return my opponent to the mat. Okay, I'm going to roll across. You can also post here if you feel like it. I'm going to find this hook on the same side. And I'm curling, bringing his leg off the mat, denying him connection to the mat. That's what he needs to bridge. That's what he needs to hip escape. Right, so you should feel pretty stuck here, Bernardo.
I am.
Now, if he's not doing anything, I could just step over and up. Okay, but oftentimes he'll be trapping that leg. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to separate the feet, slide my leg, split, open the knee. And there's our mount position.
Yeah, that's amazing. So guys, I think like...
Okay, that's the end of the video, so I don't need to go further. But yes, guys, that's by the end of the video, this is how I kind of approach it. When I'm finished with this whole memorization process of mine, instead I don't feel very stressed out or confused by the end of the process. That instead I feel that whatever grappling knowledge that I just threw inside my head will stay long term and will not be easily forgettable. That I feel very well prepared and excited to go put them to practice immediately whenever I get the chance to train at the gym again. So yeah, that's how I feel. So this video is over. I feel very excited to go train at the gym. When it comes to learning, memorization is a required tool. And the better the ability to memorize things, the more easier and efficient it is to learn and enjoy learning. With this memorization process of mine, I believe having the ability to memorize things easier is an advantage, because the more I am able to memorize things easier and quicker, the more better time I will have in drilling these techniques with a partner, or have higher belts help me improve them more effectively whenever I show up to the gym to train. Now, one more thing. Now that I have finally converted all of this information that I learned from this tutorial into this code form, having the knowledge fresh in my head, to prevent this knowledge from spoiling, I use an app called Anki to help me review and increase my retention of the knowledge by using a method called spaced repetition. That way I don't have to ever worry about forgetting what I just learned. It could be weeks to months to even years. It wouldn't matter, because the method of spaced repetition will help me make sure I won't forget them, as long as I am consistent with the method, of course. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. This is it. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.